All right, hello and welcome to the storm update. I'll do one in the afternoon. I was going to do one in the morning, but anyway, I just want to wait it a little bit until this thing got. You can look at this; it's actually got an eye to it now. Look at that; it actually has an eye to it. That's crazy. It almost looks like a tropical system, which is pretty crazy. We do have snow that is falling across the area as expected, but I don't think it's sticking much. We'll look and see around the area. Certainly doesn't look like it here, but again, I don't really have much of a view here to tell you. But you can see it has switched to snow except for the extreme eastern part of Long Island. Looking at our current observations now across the area, you can see the winds are starting to gust. You see the temperatures have dropped, particularly over Suffolk County. You can see, but I think the most impressive winds are going to be over New England, closer to the center of that low pressure. Nothing too terrible so far. To go a little further to the north to see a little more in the way of wind gusts here. Yeah, like in the Gulf of Maine here, you got a gust of 49. So there you go. There's another gust of 49. Actually, you have some buoys that are closer to the center of this thing. Here's a gust of 57. Look at that. That's impressive. 57. So, yeah, the wind, this thing's really cranking, as you can see. And the only reason why we're not seeing the strongest winds is because it's still out in the middle of the ocean. But as it backs in a little more, we're going to see a little more of these winds tonight, particularly, again, into New England here. Going to see some of these strong winds that are taking place right now. Right now, temperatures are in the mid-30s. They have dropped as expected, but we're still not below freezing yet. So let's take a look and see if this snow is sticking anywhere. I doubt it is, but we will look. This is Suffolk County, and boy, it looks like it's coming down out there in Suffolk County, but it's not sticking. Yeah, they're really getting in. They're in a heavy band right now. You can see that. So mid-Suffolk County, it's snowing. It's trying. It is trying so bad. You can see that, and they're getting some pretty good winds over there, too. Snow's really coming down, actually. Nassau, I don't think we're seeing that here. We will take a look and see if we are seeing that here. No, we're not seeing that here. It's just wet, and you can see it's snowing a little lighter. But I was looking at the radar, and I saw that heavier band over Suffolk County there. And that it's really trying. It's really trying. That's for sure. Looking at this radar here, you can see again. There's that heavier band. Right there. So there's the heavier band right there. That is pivoting into Suffolk County. So we'll have to see what happens here, but it's really trying. I gotta say, it's trying. It's trying. Let's look at a few others here. Let's look at Deer Park. I can't even see out of that camera there. If it comes down heavy enough, it still doesn't look like it's sticking to the ground at all. Everything looks just completely just wet. But if we can get it to come down heavy, oh, here we go. It's starting to stick a little bit over here in central Suffolk County. So they're getting a little bit of a coating here. A little bit of a coating right here on the ground. All right, so we could get over the pine barrens. Let's see. Not too much going on over here. It looks mainly just wet. Can't see anything out of that camera. The snow's sticking to the cameras very nicely. All right, here we go. So we're getting a little bit of coating out in Suffolk County. Okay, it's a little unexpected, but it all depends on where the band sets up. Even though if it can come down heavy enough, it can drop the temperature down enough for that to happen. So it looks like Suffolk County is getting a coating out of this. So maybe Suffolk County can get something out of this. They're a little closer to the storm center. We'll have to see if we can get that to pivot in a little more. Obviously, that's well upstate. But you go Nassau County, we're not seeing anything here. It's just wet. You have to get those temperatures to drop. That's the key. If you look over Suffolk County, it's a little closer to 33 over there. So they're getting some nice heavy snows coming in right now. Let's go to the... let's see what I want to look at here next. Let's go to the National Weather Service here. Latest rainfall. We'll start off with the rainfall reports, and then we'll go to the amounts here that we have here. And you'll see here that we have over an inch and a lot. Wow, look at how much Middlesex County and Connecticut got. New Haven, soaked. Over 3 inches of rain. New London, 2.74. We're going to go over this more in the evening weather update. We have more information. The full weather update for the storm. I'm just showing you preliminary here. Looks like Nassau got over an inch. Let's see how Suffolk County is doing. Wow, Upton, 2.27 inches of rain. That's very good, and we're getting the snow on top of that. So this is going to help those lakes and ponds recover out there. Kind of needed this. Snowfall reports. Is there really anything that impressive to see here? Not real. You have to go all the way to Orange County, 9 inches there. It's all way, way upstate. That's where they're getting it. And if we go way, way upstate, you will see that is where they're getting it. So let's go way up there, and we'll go to the Albany office. Latest snowfall reports, just to give you an example of what's going on here. They give you a map. So this is yeah. I don't know why we don't get the map here, but you can see looking at. Let me scroll this over here. Look at this. Wow, 24 inches and it's still snowing. So it's crazy. Look at these high amounts. That's why I said this could be like the California storm with the dumping of snow that they're getting way, way upstate. Over 2 feet of snow in these areas up here, and that's causing a lot of power outages as well. So let's go to look at the power outage map here, and you'll see New York has 85,000. Actually, you have a lot of heavy outages, eastern New York mainly, because this is where that heavy, wet snow is falling. And, you know, the power grid up there is not very good. They have a lot of wood transmission lines and stuff. So you can see here, again, a lot of outages here in Massachusetts, mainly western part of the state, eastern part, hardly anything. So kind of overestimated the wind effects here. But let's go to Vermont. That'll be the next state. You can see we have areas that are really dealing with some pretty bad outages right now, again, due to this heavy, wet snow. Here's New Hampshire. Again, mostly southern part of the state. We have a lot of outages here. So this is going to add up as this storm. And look at California, too. 109,000 outages, again, because they're dealing with another storm as well going into their coast. And if we go to the weather and hazards map, which I still have up here, if we look at show you what California's been dealing with for a moment here. This will be brought up in the weather update later. But look at some of these winds here that they're dealing with now. A lot worse than we are. Gusts quite high in a lot of areas. 45 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. We're going to talk more about this later on here. But yeah, it is pretty bad out there. That's all I can say across the country. And this storm here, we'll have to watch as that thing moves across the country. But right now, I'm focused on this one here. This is what we got going on right now. So again, if you're out there, Islip is reporting heavy snow with a 0.25 mile visibility. So they're getting some heavy snow bands in Suffolk County right now. We're not seeing them here. We just mainly have, well, actually, this side has blowing snow, 0.75 mile visibility, because we have these strong west-northwest winds. JFK is reporting very light snow and mist. Yeah, really, just, you know, I don't offshore, the winds are really kicking too. 51 mile an hour gust right now with a wave height of 10.8 feet offshore. That's pretty incredible right now. So it is coming down out there. If you are in Suffolk County, again, looking at the radar here, you'll see that. And if we put, again, this radar onto the screen here, this National Weather Service radar, you can see that heavy band of snow that has set up over Suffolk County. And then there's some heavier bands that might make it into Nassau. We'll have to watch this and see if they can. If we can, we can get to some heavier snow here. But like I said, it's not gonna stick to the roads. It's just gonna stick to the grassy areas, and maybe give us a coating, maybe an inch in some lucky areas. But other than that, you know, let's see what's going on out. You see, it's not even sticking to the roads here. It's not even sticking to the roads. This is even on the North Shore of Suffolk County. It is sticking to some of the grassy areas, though. Not a whole lot of grass being shown in these sites here. It's sticking to the grass, but not to the roads. That's the key. And there we go. This is the expressway here. You can see it's snowing, and it's snowing pretty heavy. But it's gotta keep this up for a while, and maybe if it does, we can get an inch in certain areas of Suffolk County, perhaps. Even on the South Shore, it's coming down here. Let's see. I can't even see that one. Camera's covered in snow. Yeah, look at that. That's beautiful, actually. But maybe we'll get into some of this in Nassau County. But you can see the roads are mainly wet, barely sticking to the ground. And you have to go upstate to see it. So that is going to be it for this storm update. I'll have another one for you later around 9:30. Have a good day.